Alright. Leo beni oyingiddewo tambuza link. Okay. Yes. Bulijjo kalaiti si kalungi but tujagendera ekisinga obukulu kya information. Otherwise, thank you for joining me. Good evening. Natambuzamu ku kabingi nawe katukuto. Tulabe ekiddako. Salona kalema ogamba ki bia wameke bana simali simanyi sana actually I'm not so sure naye oyagala kuyiya pia nakyo genda kubuuza tulina kimanyi by tomorrow I think I will get answer. Yes. Wenga mugamba mta good evening. Nabatambuzamu ku kabingi naye just kanyala one. Yes, Biono Jimmy, thank you for joining me. Kevin Ivebuga, thank you for joining. Kamari na kusasa nyama kwa kali just katono nyama kwa mwakadachika kamuko kakukawikati. I'm about. Then tulabe chidako. So many news, so many updates. Yeah, kala ikisika lungi nnyo naye nga kyakabitutambulira awo mpola mpola. All right. Thank you so much, everyone who is live. Just share the link. See over it was on the blog. What's up? How much? Tell me. When the host is your show, like till the end, I know. Alright, what's happening in the world of motorsport? Good evening, everyone who is live. Good evening, everyone who is watching live. Of course, it's the Sports Tabo. Since we changed the name, we are moving to YouTube. We are on Sangayo. So, I just want to welcome you here on Motorsport YouTube channel. Today, I said live to studio just because I have moved to Mbarara. So, I couldn't make it to the studios today, but still we will get the information that we wanted to hear or to know from here right today. So let's move to YouTube. I can't stop mentioning the ones who are of course sponsoring this show. Team Jaguar, big up. Mugera Daudi Onajuri, Jakabimani, thank you so much. Razak General Stores for all your foods. Dana Tennis Village Limited, always think about them. And Queen Auto Parts. So you will always have to think about them. Nenga Chichi, what's happening in the world of motorsport? Actually, we have a lot of stuff. I guess we are okay. Yeah, I guess we're okay. Innocent Ochuna, what's up, buddy? Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for joining me. So simanyo ba Cote kwa maonyo. Naenga about a lot of stuff we have to talk about today. Of course, we have the MX, which was there over the weekend. That was MX1. Of course, we have the NEMO news. I know everyone is waiting to hear what's all about NEMO. Where is NEMO going after Machakos rally? Of course, I would begin to and many are waiting to hear about the NRC entry list. If you've not seen the Uganda National Rally Championship entry list of round 1, that's Mbarara rally. Of course, I have it with me here. And many more. A lot of stuff. What's happening in Ford, of course, returning to Formula 1. We still have also that news side here about Formula 1. And of course, today you're going to know even the reasons why South Africa is not on the menu as we speak now, or on 2023 calendar. Anticipating yet South Africa was supposed to feature on the Formula 1 calendar of 2023. What really happened, what really went wrong. So tugenda kubanga tutunulawo. So sigenda kulekera okujukiza on the 10th and 11th, it's only going to be one place in Mbarara. That's where the Mbarara Rally Vibe is going to be, and that's Daisy Motel. Daisy Motel, Wadiri Kampala Road. When you're coming from Kampala, actually you don't have any reason to come straight to Mbarara town. Actually, the place is just near Mbarara town. So branch off, manokunywa muchomo gwembuzi, manokunywa mukabia, manokunywa mukasunda, manokunywa amazi. So bosala onogamba nti I'm staying here, I have to party for the 2 days. Which Machackos. So keep it that place. Daisy Motel, Mbarara. Mugende mubidemo mukolechi munyumirwe. That's where the Mbarara Rally Vibe is going to be. So taking you straight to the MX1. Of course, we concluded the MX1 over the weekend, and that was Victoria Raceway Park Garuga. What really happened there? If you missed the live streaming, still I was here on the Motorsport YouTube channel, and surely it was massive. It was massive. If you missed, you will have to go back and of course check on the links here on Motorsport and see. Of course, but by the time we ended, of course, the first round we had Helena Birungi, and this is MX50 Junior. We had Helena Birungi, and of course, Omar Miyasoto Kubanga Kubana Balenzi, what I did, Mark Hanson kugonza. Then mu kifo ekyokusatu mwabaddemu Philip Mugera, that was 50cc junior. Ngenda kubakuwako basatu just because we don't have time, and of course you're waiting for that very hot news. You need to know something. And of course moving away from there, 50cc juniors, of course for the ladies still it was Helena Birungi and Janani Mapumbi, one from Jamaila Racing and Shidi Auto Parts. Abana bagenzi bawira jukira Shidi, of course tugenda mulabanga akola debut at side eno Mbarara in the Evo X in Mbarara Rally. Ninga ina abana banji Jamaila then ni Janani wali mpozi ni Ashura Mapumbi. So bana basatu bayina mu pichipichi. So we had in the ladies 50cc juniors, we had Helena Birungi still leading, Janan Makumbi and Ariela Katende. And then 50cc seniors, we had Judy Kyle Mosede, Noela Sekamwa, Oyunaye Muwala, and then Jamaira Makumbi, Yasudo Panga Manida Muchifocha Kusatu. So that was the 50cc seniors. And indeed in ladies we had Jamaira Makumbi, Faith Didan Angel, and Abigail Katende. So those are the three that we had in the ladies 50cc. And then we had Miguel Katende in the 65cc, of course winning in Gaborijo, Jonathan Katende coming second, and Isaac Mitima Machakos. Larry Sekamwa, I think Simanyi Neroba Yabadechi, I can't tell really what happened to Larry Sekamwa, but of course we saw him at Film Africa, Ngateka Motindo, Mpozino Wadi Kuchi the forces. So that's how it went. The 65cc naingo mlenzi uli okuva mu ggwanga lya Kenya bamuyisiza mu binyonyonyo. Of course actually I came to understand that boy got an injury when he was training on Saturday, but of course on Sunday yasobola okuba nga ateekawo omutindo. He came back and of course show us some love and of course went on to compete naye nga yali afunyemuko omukosefu. So omulenzi oyo ayitibwa Kigan from Kenya in the 65cc. And of course for ladies it was only one lady, that was Rama Nakachwa, of course, yasobola okuba mu your class 65cc. Then Malcolm Gifty in the 85cc, Jima Mobilu coming second and Ronnie Young coming third. And of course in the ladies we had Agnes Nakanwaji and Sasha Nagadia, of course. Naina yasobola okubanga bamalira wawo mu ladies mu 85cc. Then the very competitive class, that was MX 125. You can go back, of course, you check the link which has session 2 on Motorsport, and you see what happened between the two boys, Milton Akaki and then Walidi Oma, and you see what really happened. So we had Walidi Oma, of course, winning the first round, and Milton Akaki coming second after a very competitive last run, if you remember to see it. And then, of course, Apollo Milton Obote Akena coming third in the 185 MX. Then Waziri Oma in MX2 and Mahadi Jr., they were only two competitors. And then in MX1, we also Asaf Natani bouncing back and, of course, doing really well and so good in that event. Echitekeza Asaf Natani alabika achina mukagas nekaviga, you know, and he's still so good to go. So Ashim Serada coming second and Fatuchi Kundu coming third right there. In the veterans, we had Christian Minetti, Andre Marinelli, and Jack Chajoji finishing also third. Rose Didan in the VMX of veterans ladies, Rose Didan Turinawe, and then James Michael Akena in the masters. So wetyo netubanga twavudeyo oba twakikomezaawo. So that was the MX. So that was the MX, of course, as it was. So moving away from there, of course, we are having, should I take you to, okay, we are having Machakos Kenya Katono. We are having Machakos rally this weekend, and of course many of you were surprised to see Yasini Nasa. Kuba, I remember on the live event last Friday on the radio, I had told you Itinerary NEMO, of course, is not going to feature in Mbarara Rally, and of course that was the plan. NEMO was going to feature in Ivory Coast, and I was sure by next week, by Tuesday, NEMO would be in Ivory Coast. Na yate mwina mwabade surprised okubanga mulaba NEMO, and NEMO going to Kenya. Actually, I've seen so many messages this evening, people saying, hey, we've seen NEMO again going to Kenya. So NEMO is going to participate in Kenya. Yasin Nasser himself is going to participate in Machakos Rally, which is over there this weekend. And of course, I think I'll be sending some videos over and over. We have to follow Yasin Nasser. Everywhere he goes, we have to see how is Yasin Nasser performing. So in Machakos Rally, of course, so many, drivers are coming back, the drivers that we that had taken time without participating or out of action. We are seeing them coming back. Of course, the champion of last year, Karani Patel, you're going to see him in this event. Jasmeet Chana, you're going to see him. He finished his second, you remember. Akif Birani, after a while, he's coming back. Akif Birani coming back. That means we are going to see another R5. So you're going to see 3 R5s, of course, in one event, and this is Machakos Rally, Kenya, or the round one, the first round of Kenya National Rally Championship. We are having Eric Benji after a while. Eric Benji is coming back. Evans Kavis is coming back after a while. Isamwari is also coming back. Jeremiah Wahome has been a regular starter. You've been seeing him even on the continent. So Jeremiah Wahome is coming. Yasin Nasser, our very own, of course, will be co-driven by Joseph Kamya, Ali Taliwo, Sadio Ali, regular co-driver with Taliwo. You're not going to see him. So he's going to be co-driven by Joseph Kamya in the 40 Fiesta. Makreki Mathi, Walina Yenyo Kushi Patel, we saw him in plenty last year. And Rio Smith is coming. He was a part-time driver. He's a son to the champion of Africa. Was it 2006? Yes, 2006. 2016. Yes, 2016. Don Smith, Rio Smith, in that event. Radville 30 is also going to take part. Edward Maina is going to take part. Rashminda Babra, you're going to see him. Darren Miranda, you're going to see him. Sam Karangatha, we have been, of course, seeing him sometimes driving the Mint Motorsport sponsored cars. Hey, actually, a person who has missed this show, about Mint Motorsport. So we Sam Karangatha, you're going to see him. Samir Nanji, and of course, he's going to make the 17th entry. So the entries those are the entries that you're going to see in Machakos Rally this weekend. Now, Machakos Rally ngatuvuddeyo. Did you know that Mint Motorsport has even shut down its pages? You know, I've been telling you the whole of last year that we are going to see a driver like Raj Baj is going to compete on the continent, especially in the, in the African Rally Championship. Unfortunately, yes, I was trying to talk to Raj Baj today. No, Rob, I'm a bit tight. You call me later. So I wouldn't have but of course, I will talk to Raj Baj and tell us what really went wrong. But what Dodge Man into Mint Motorsport we're talking right now. I don't know if other franchises in Kenya are still running, but Mint Motorsport shut its pages and social media handles is over domains of Mint Motorsport. Someone go there and check about check on Mint Motorsport or over social media social media handles, Facebook, Twitter, and all that, Instagram. Try to check and see. So I was really surprised. Now, where does this leave the man himself, Raj Baj? Now, this means Raj Baj, it's not. It's not really good, to excite people, and at the end of the day, nobody can banga. So we all saw what happened last year, of course. Raj Baj Okuba. Yes, Mugabe, yes, actually, Mboseyo, tujja kwongera okubanga tukinyumyako, cause like there are some stuff that I can't say here about Minty Motorsport, but all I can tell you, I don't know what went wrong with Minty Motorsport. So we are not going to see Raj Badge as it was communicated earlier last year that he's going to be part of the African Rally Championship this year. Kuba bebamu kubasajja benali nations, of course fenna twamulaba ng'akola abadde akola nnyo bambi mutawera. He has been working so hard, training, and you all remember seeing Tapio Laukanen coming and of course giving some lectures to Minty Motorsport, to Raj Badge how to drive an R5 car. So that's what happened. Abasajja bagaddewo bugazi buli kimu n'emmotoka ne bazitika ne bazizaayo UK, you know. So I think we will get more information from Raj Badge himself if we are lucky enough. We tunabira bannamukisa oba we nabira nnamukisa Raj Badge, and Raj Badge goes on to tell me what really happened and what went wrong for Minty Motorsport to pull out from Kenyan Motorsport. Ekituufu ekyabaddewo sikimanyi, but of course I'm going to investigate, and later of course I'll let you know what really happened. Nayenga that is some breaking and sad story or sad news about Raj Badge or about Kenyan Motorsport, because we have seen, we have been seeing Minty Motorsport sponsoring like 5 drivers, you know, in the mini classic safari rally. Actually, right now I don't know the fate of mini classic safari rally or the classic safari rally. I don't know if it's going to go back in the hands of KMSF, you know, the Kenyan Motorsports Federation. I don't know. We will still have to wait and hear chichi dala echigenda maso. Oba still bachasinga right since okubanga they are running the event, the East African Classic Safari. But right now their pages are shut. So what does that mean, or what does that indicate? Chitegeza tuyinza okutaddamu kubanga tubalaba mu motorsport wali eri wa Kenya, you know. Okay, how do I have Kafira? Even Ian Duncan's Facebook page is nowhere. I don't know, but Ian Duncan, I think, wasn't part of. Okay, he was sponsored by Minty Motorsport, but I think he has his own pages that he was running as Ian Duncan. So that is it. So we are not going to see Minty Motorsport again, looks like. And Raj Badge, we are not going to see him participating in the African Rally Championship as we thought. So now this means the battle is remained for Karani Patel, and then our very Ugandan brother, that's Yasin Nasa. So that is it. And now coming back to Uganda, Nchimani Chemulinda. So awo wenyini wengendo okubanga zija then maliriza loko tukwate wali eri ku the African Rally Championship. So the entry list is out. Entry list coming out of the Uganda National Rally Championship round 1, that's Mbarara Rally. Okay. How about King Jazz? Yes, actually, yes. Jazz Magat, of course, we are expecting him to come for ARC, but of course, we are anticipating him to be starting off from Kenya, and that's going to be Equator Rally. That is a motoka bwenibange kozechi etuse. So to jump back to Equator Rally, yes, not Safari Rally, but Equator Rally, because Equator Rally comes first. Equator Rally is soka, then you took out again Safari Rally. Those are two different events. Segede bulungi nnyo okugamba otya muganda wange Bamero. Naye nga yes, the entry list is for Mbarara Rally. I think I should give you the itinerary first. Kwata campaign ya uwandike. Those who are going to come to Mbarara Rally. Now I'm giving, you know, these stages are always named sponsors, are named by sponsors. So ojakuja ononya, you will come nga ononya together. Okay, we have one of the sponsors is X Effect. Katujakuja ononya stage bajita X Effect. Where are you going? So just grab your pen there and write. I know bajja kumala batuke bankubire. The other time, actually, even next Friday, kino jakubanga nchibandiramu. On Saturday, we are having 2 stages in the morning before we go to the golf course to have the super special stage. So kuata kapeni kawo kwata kapeniko owandiike kino kyengenda okuba nga nkulira. If you're coming to Mbarara nkuwa ebyalo byennyina wali start and the FF, because I know that will be easy for you, you know, to find out. Ojja kumanya ekyalo kwogenda okuba nga okola ki, olaba stage eyo yonna gyonna obuyagala okola ki, okulaba. And of course on you're very lucky, on Saturday I will give you the 2 stages. Actually I will give you the 3 stages fully. Ezo stage ngenda zikuwa fully. The Saturday stages I'm going to give them to you gwatagenda kujja Mbarara. So those who are going to come to Mbarara, tetuka kwolo no nkubira bamanyi okunkubira ate nze nga live on stage kuba nsookayo. You know, I go there in the stages very early. So get your pen. Stage 1, it will start from Cheibega. Cheibega, this is where we have had always the FF. Now, the 2 stages actually are going to be driven in reverse. Tugenda kuba tuzivuga mu reverse. Okitegedde bulungi nnyo those who are coming to Mbarara. Cheibega, there will be the start, Cheibega Road. From Cheibega Road, of course, this stage or the FF will be at Bihare. And this is going to be the longest stage of the event, 44 kilometers. So that means if you're coming from Kampala, wali aliko FF bulijjo wosooka Cheibega, ogenda yitawo, you drive as you're coming to Mbarara town. Then, Bihare, once you reach at Bihare Trading Center, that's where you go off on your right when you're coming from Kampala. If you're coming from Mbarara, it's on your left when you reach Cheibega. You know, that's where always we've had the start of that stage, most of times, you know, the Cheibega stage. So this time it's going to be driven in the reverse. And the FF is going to be at Bihare, where we have always had the start. This time is where the FF is going to be. FF kumrundi kuno egenda kubeera kansubiro 1, so that's the stage 1. Stage 2, it's going to start from Bihare, and of course it's going to come out from Bukoba. If you remember the stage that we have been watching still, which had the FF at Bihare, ng'etandikira no side ze Bukoba. So the stage which starts from Bukoba negenda paka Bihare. So that's where exactly the start is going to be. But oyina bw'okyamira oba tusobodde kujja eno Bukoba n'oyingira munda stage eno n'ogiraba wakati waayo, and I think that will be so easy for you. Of course tojja kugula kuba abantu bonna bana babaviiri bajja kujja straight awantu awo. You drive just a few kilometers away from Bihare and then you branch on your right, no, on your left. When you're from stage 1, you branch on your left. Ovugako katono nnyo ng'ovudde Bihare mu town. So that is it. But those who would opt to go for Kakoba, you will go to Kakoba and still you will catch this stage. Then after stage 3, that will be the super special stage. Of course, we have done the recce and you have seen it, how it's moving. It's going to be very, very exciting. It's going to be very exciting stage. For that, I promise you. And of course, before wait to hear the exciting news. And then on Sunday, it's going to be Katebe is the stage we start from Katebe, and of course the FF is going to be at Bihare. Waliwe tugenda okuba ne FF ya stage 1 exactly in that stage on Sunday kumacha keroddeyo walabidde stage 1 kweyo FF. That's where you're supposed to go again and you watch that stage. Bono jimala okujiraba, still we are going to have a repeat of Bihare stage to Kakoba. Ero oddeyo walijjo wakoze ki we walabidde olabe stage eyo. And then stage 6, it's going to be it's going to start from this side of the bypass, and the FF is going to be on over at Ibanda Road, ku luguudo olugenda e Ibanda, era tujja kusobola kuba ngokola ki ogula. So you will catch the stage. So the last stage, that's going to be stage 7. It's going to start from Kaberebere. Is it Kaberebere? Yes. And then you will have to go to Kakoba. You know, Kakoba is where the FF is. It will start from Kaberebere, and that is 19 kilometers. Ogende wali kakoba gokolaki olindira stage eyo okitegedde bulungi nnyo. So that's how the rally is going to move. Era otunava mu stage 7 tugende ku prize giving ceremony ndoza kusawa nga musanvu, because the prize giving ceremony ejja kubeera wali wenyini. Remember we have that day we have Mbarara City Festival, so tujja balabira, of course we will see the winners from there, and the prize giving ceremony ejja kubeera wano eno mu festival. Nze nja kuba live nga nkulaga buli kimu kyonna ekinaba kigenda mu maaso. So that's going to be the itinerary of Mbarara rally. Before I give you before I give you the entry list. Yes, entry list yabasinga musobola okubanga mukirabako as it stands right now. The entry list as it stands right now. Kati ngenda kutuuka wali we mwetaaga mbadde mulinze. So we have Sempera Kapule and Nurdin Bilal. Eyo kundi ye that crew is from Mbarara here, Mbarara town. I think Mugabe, you know that crew. Eyo crew eruddewo nnyo nnyo lwakuba basinga erinnya mbali temulibulirangako. But Sempera Kapule and Nurdin Bilal in the Subaru Impreza. That's entry number 1. Faizo Kaira and Monica Birinyo, crew number 2, Subaru Impreza. Mansuru Lubega, Arthur Rugorobi in the Toyota Levin. Oscar Ntambi, Asmani Mohammed, Toyota Alteza. Godfrey Aine Kaguta and Derek Rubambla in the Subaru Impreza GVB. Omusajja agenda kuba avuga Subaru GVB, Subaru ya Dankani. Omusajja ono agenda kuba akolaki ativuga bamubadde mwebuuza Godfrey Aine atagenda kuvuga motoka. Yes, jukira omusajja omutachina that Evo 9. That Evo 9 is no longer with him. Motoka yasobola okuba nga agitunda. Even after the accident in Kaliro, was it Kaliro? CMC? Yes, CMC. Kaliro Sugar Rally, I guess so. So Aine Kaguta Solo and Derek Rubambla in the Subaru GVB. Motoka ya Dankani omusajja ono agenda gituvugira. Obana agivuga nyini wabana agivuga simanyi. Rashid Makumbi and Babu Yusufu, of course, in the Mitsubishi Evo X, formerly owned by omusajja oyo yennyini ayitibwa Kefa Walubi. Isaac Sozi, Jackson Seranga in the Subaru N8, Jubato Malondemu and Walujo Jubato in the Toyota Runex, Woman Dauda and Gunya Steven in the Mitsubishi Evo 6, Yujibaita Pwa Nedda Sodota Nambula Motokeyo, Abdul Wahab Kafiro, Emotoka Teyajikuze, but agenda Vugamu, which take the Bulunji, Ngane Katete, Rulibu Yafugamu, Yenga no Nalawa Yafugamu. So that is it. That's Duncan for you. Ibrahim Lubega, Pasua. Tanaba kufuna co-driver right now, nenga Toyota FX, Gabulijo. Innocent Wamiki is back with Hamza Ranga. This time, eno pwa Evo 9 nayenga bagichusize linya bagise Panther. Of course, this car was formerly owned by Johnny Costa. So emotoka yali ya Johnny Costa, jomugendo okulabamu. Innocent Wamiki, my God, sound ndala nnyo baba. Mugenda julira. Of course, so Innocent Wamiki is back after a very long time, I think like 2 years, and of course with Hamza Ranga in the Evo 9. Godfrey Chimba and Abani Mulindwa in the Subaru Impreza N8. Oyo gwembagira. Oyo muwagira muralero. Godfrey Chimba and Abani Mulindwa in the Subaru N8. Abo no bali mu CRC era sente zange ziri kuoyo bwensibiddeko sente. Mwanguzi Joshua jatubulira. So Yasin. Yes. Yasini Mukasa and Duncan Katumba in the Toyota FX, Hapekate Hungwa and Density Wenda in the Subaru Impreza, Okero Moses and Ismail Musoke in the Toyota VTs, Mwanguzi Joshua and Rita Nachigozi. Mwanguzi ono wetulinda febali abagundi aba Godfrey Chiyimba mujatulira. Yes, Isa Nyanzi, of course tanaba kubanga afuna co-driver in the Subaru Impreza N10, Lugaizi Yafet and Ali Suruga in the Toyota Celica, Mohamed Bwete and Mamedi bwete tanaba kubanga afuna co-driver naye, but of course in the Mitsubishi Evo 9 ngawe nakugambye emotoka eyo eyabadde ya Godfrey Aine Solo, emotoka eyo yagenze w'omusajja n'ayitibwa Daddio Medi Bwete da CRC champion 2022. So ye motoka atogenda okulaba niwankubadde nga akayumba ojja kubanga olabaka Evo 7, but buli ekyabadde mu motoka ya Evo 9 eri kyekyatudde mu motoka eno ya Evo 7 oba mu kayumba ka Evo 7. So that means the car is fully an Evo 9 okitegedde bulungi nnyo. So Medi Bwete Daddio in the Evo 9 tanaba kufuna co-driver. Nasa Otebi azze ne Evo 9 eri esinga okuba eyakabi ku continent nga bulijjo bwe nkugamba tanaba yes with Bashiri Mbogo abasinga mu mumanyi mu mulenzi mwamulabako yatulako n'omugenzi Charles Muhanji atuddeko ne ba drivers bangi nnyo nga Duncan mu biru kikankane, so many drivers. So he's rich with experience. Bashiri Mbogo with Nasa Otebi in the Evo 9 R4. Kiwumira Edward yakomyewo omusajja oli yakwe ekigweri ekaliro n'amenyeka n'omukono, omusajja nakyali na mulwadde by the up to now naye kitegeddeko is back in this rally. Abadde azimba emmotoka, of course abadde azimba emmotoka ya Toyota, simanyi emmotoka Toyota kikaki, I'm not so sure which Toyota type of car is coming with, but of course Samuel Watendwa and Isaac Lumu in the Toyota Runex. Samuel Watendwa avudde mu Toyota FX is coming into a Runex formerly owned driven by Dr. Maseruka and Musa Mulimira. Musa Mulimira, Pius Ruja in the Suzuki Swift. Of course, we all know what Musa Mulimira can give us, be it in the two-wheel drive car, tumanyi kikyasobola otuwa Musa Mulimira. So agenda kubangaja mu Swift oyo mulenzi speed dada ate n'oli mulalu munna ayitibwa Pius Ruja abalalu. And of course we're having Dr. Nsereko katanaba kufuna naye co-driver in the Subaru Impreza GC8. Peter Kaule is back with John Bosco Musisi in the Subaru XV. Freddy Chitaka Mildred Chibuka in the Subaru Impreza N10. Ronald Sebukuzi Anthony Mugambwa in the Ford Fiesta. Yes, in the Ford Fiesta Proto. Byron Rugomoka Hakim Mawanda, a champion wa 2022. Mitsubishi Evo X is back. And of course, we are having Jonas Kansime, yes, Yatademunda entry with Jonas Kansime Tanafuna co-driver. Katangena tulamani Ivan Tushabe, not so sure. In the Mitsubishi Evo 8, Duncan Mubiru Chikankane, Joseph Bombol in the Ford Fiesta Proto, Hassan Alwi Jr. and Musa Nsuga in the Subaru Impreza M14 to Mbarara, and then the last crew, Jenny Okosomena, Yaya Sinina Sane Ali Katumba. What does this mean? Chinowenda Chemolinzi. Now, amawulire ogajjako hapa sport. Yasinna solwaliro emotoka egenze Machakos kukola Equator Rally and rather Machakos Rally. And after Machakos Rally, the car will stay in Nairobi for 2 days until Monday. Actually, until Monday, until Tuesday. Tuesday is like the deadline. The reason why you see a Yasinna Saturday entry in Uganda, Mbarara Rally, there is a possibility that chances 50-50 Yasinna to travel to Ivory Coast. Chechi Bandeo. The clearance for NEMO to enter and come back or come out of Ivory Coast, eyo clearance ebadde ekyalemeddeyo. That is the reason why Yasinna supporting the entry. But get to know everything, the visas, the tickets, and of course the logistics zabadde ziwedde okubanga Yasinna traveling okugenda wa Bandama. That's why I had told you, or I've been telling you the whole of the previous week. And Yasinna is not going to drive Mbarara Rally simply because he was going to Ivory Coast. Actually, even Machakos Rally, you know, the driver himself wants to have that seat time. Ayagala seat time, ayagala kuyiga motoka, ayagala kumanyira motoka. Okitegedde bulungi. So that's the reason we are seeing Yasinna participating in Machakos Rally this weekend. And after that, the car will stay in Nairobi up to Tuesday. Singa Tuesday tuka. If Tuesday pops in, nga when the crew has not received the clearance letter for its logistics of the car, Yasin Nasser is not going to Ivory Coast. Instead, agenda kuja mu Mbarara Rally. Kati simanyi sala kikachi gwatu alaba ali ku Motorsport. I don't know the prayers you're praying now. Are you praying for Yasin Nasser to get the clearance to fly to Ivory Coast? You're praying for him not to get the clearance. But of course, if it was me, I would pray for Yasin Nasser to get the clearance, because we all know how vital the Rally Bandama ARC points are. It's the reason why Leroy Gomes is the African champion. Just because he went and grabbed the 30 maximum points from Ivory Coast. So Leroy Gomes kept on building on those points. You remember of course, we all can't doubt. Karan Patel won all the rounds apart from Uganda. Now, this means if Karan Patel still had won in Uganda, Karan Patel maybe would be, someone would be the champion. So tight, you know, the mathematics had become so tight. So now it would, it would really be so helpful and for Yasin Nasser to be in Ivory Coast and grab those points so that he can compete comfortably. Not competing no pressure in the African Rally Championship, because that's his target. He wants to be the African Rally Championship. You know, NRC, because Argentina he already has the title, so he was looking and focusing on the African Rally Championship. So kati wabata against Ivory Coast, kitegeeza Yasin Nasser agenda kusanga kaseera akazibu okubanga binkana ne Karan Patel, and that means we are, you never even just Mangat. Just Mangat, if he brings in the car, then that means the party is going to be between 3 people or 3 drivers, and they will start the battle right away from Equator Rally, Kenya, if he fails to go to Ivory Coast. So that's the only reason why you're seeing Yasin Nasser's entry on the Mbarara Rally. Era sente za entry yazisasude in case Tuesday tuka ngomusale kafunye clearance kuva mu Ivory Coast. That means Yasin Nasser, we are going to have him in the Mbarara Rally. So agabawulire ogajje wano ku Motorsport. But of course Karan Patel also teyasobodde kubanga akolachi agenda Ivory Coast. The reason why Karan Patel didn't go to Ivory Coast, of course, still the problems were similar, you know, logistics, you know, to ship the car to Ivory Coast, you know, it's a hassle. And again, to rent a car from Ivory Coast, it's another hassle, you know. But when you almost had just sentence, even 9 years, you know, the man asked Zigura a motorbike group N. Kanambe Pia, because you can get, you know, a very good car for 20,000 euros. And it's really a gyro. Also, go for the motor get no, you know, you can have an Evo X, you can have an Evo 9, you can have, you know, N12 Musentes or Motoke Charlie now. That's there in Europe. Ezezo sent group any cars are there in Europe. Mitwale ebili gyro. You know, and you get a very good car, very good rally car. Omusajja zasaba okupangisa just a car, you know. So, who can pay that money? Just for the sake of participating and, you know, getting that, those 30 points, you know. That's why Yasin Nasser had opted okubanga kwate motoka college and twale mu Ivory Coast. Simanyi sente mmeka zabadde spending, but of course okukwata emitwalo ebiri ate otikkamu emmotoka yo, you know, ne crew you and your service crew, you can participate, you ne motoka ngogenda givuga when you're not, you know, cautious, you know. So that was the problem. So now that means if Yasin Nasser is not going to Ivory Coast, agenda sanga kaseera kazibu kubanga afuganye n'abasajja nga Just Mangat, Karan Patel, because those are the 3 crews that now we are expecting to fight for the African Rally Championship this year, which is together with Junio. So that is it. So okubanga kikola kibaawo kati simanyi sala gwezo sabali wane gwalabye show eno. I don't know your prayers. Waba mwagaliza ARC musabira afune clearance. Kubanga it's still NRC tojja kubanga olaba NEMO regularly. So that is it. That is it. That's what is behind the curtains. Chobadde tomanyi kubadde olaba omuntu omabadala emotoka ate egenze Machakos ate tulabe eno entry ate Rob Styles yatugambye emotoka egenda Ivory Coast. So which is which? So now that is that. Osengede bulungi. So that is that. Omusajja sokola okubanga okolaki omuteeramu essaala. If he goes to Ivory Coast, it will be better for him and grab those points. So ekyo kyekibadde ebisigadde sagala byogerako, but of course it's so sad still on the part of the African Rally Championship that we are not going to see Rajbaj. Omusajja abadde akola training the whole of last year. I really don't know what happened with Mint Motorsport. Naye nga bwe nkugambye, yes, I was trying to talk to Rajbaj. Nangamba, Rob Styles, nja kudireda. You know, I will get back to you. Right now I'm still busy. So I did not get time to talk to him again. But I know I'm going to talk to him anytime. Maybe next Friday to Jakumanya. We are going to know the developing stories. Naye kyatusiza n'okubanga Mint Motorsport is shutting down its social media handles for Mint Motorsport. Sichimanyi iteko kubanga nsonga nkulu nnyo. Usitegedde. Luwagawiri ogambye anti tusimbudde ya wekiri. Abdulkarim Drifter, thank you so much for watching today. Nkulabyeko. Naye bano abasajja bafuniramu wa NEMO asooke motoka. Ajigire wano this year. But the target, of course, Abdul Wahab, the target was the ARC. So ekyokuyiga yes ajjajiga, of course tumulabye era kati alabika alinga mu 30, 35%, 45%. Chimala, I mean 40%. Chimala, you see ntandikwa you know, I mean you can start from there. Nosobola kubanga okolachi. Ogambye Bamero Gambe, I love the upgrade. Bro, Obadogamba updates, I think those Obadogamba updates. So what we have again here, Kudamia Rasi, Amauni Manji, and of course the okay, a minute just. What's happening here? Actually, there's a consequence to Motorsport. I mean, aga Formula 1. Formula 1, in Formula 1, what's happening in Formula 1? Ford is going to partner with Red Bull, of course. Now, I've seen so many here. Okay, Ford is coming back into Formula 1 after oluvanyuma lw'emyaka emingi egiwererako ddala. Of course, Ford is going to come back into Formula 1, and that's going to be 2006. Naye M Sport Ford, evuddeyo negamba nti ekyo tekigenda kubanga kikosa, oba it's not going to stop, of course, the project of the WRC. So that means we are still having Ford M Sport. Ford M Sport in Formula 1. What's going to happen? By the way, what's going to happen? Ford M Sport, I mean Ford is just going to supply the engine to the Red Bull. Which take the moon. So that's the reason over in Sogachi Ford agenda kuba ekolachi ekoma wali mochi mu Formula 1 oluvanyuma lw'emyaka ejetude after 21 years oluvanyuma lw'emyaka 21 nga tulaba Ford we participating over anything like Ford in Formula 1. So Ford is returning naye this time agenda kuba ye supplier, the engine supplier of Red Bull. So team ya Red Bull agenda kuba kekozesa engineer Ford next year. So Ford, that means is one of the three manufacturers, is among the new three manufacturers that are coming back into Formula 1 or mwaka 2023, or I mean 2026. So South Africa did not feature on the calendar of 2023 in Formula 1. Kakati no, omusajja ayitibwa Anthony Rocks yavuddeyo n'abagamba nti the reason why you did not see South Africa, it wasn't a weakness of the government, but promoter wa Formula 1, local promoter wa Formula 1 wali eri mu ggwanga lya South Africa. Mu ggwanga lya South Africa yavuddeko obuzibu. Omusajja ayitibwa Shikecha nti teyakola kimala. He did not do enough, of course, okubanga akola kinga akakasa FIA the event will go on properly oba ejja kubeera nga egabirirwa bulungi nnyo. So that's why you did not see of course South Africa coming back or Africa again being represented Walieri Formula 1 calendar, F1 calendar, year 2023. But omusajja ono avuddeyo n'agamba nti awo tunaafuna local promoter omulala ng'ali serious. South Africa of course will bounce back or will come back on the calendar of course to represent Africa in 2024. So kitegeeza Formula 1 in 2024 ajja kuba nga ki akomawo ku lukalu lwa Africa nakyo tusobole okuba nga ate tumunyumirwa ekyo nakyo tukitegedde nnyo. And of course the Bahrain Grand Prix will be opening up ejja kuba eggulawo season eno ennaku z'omwezi nga 3 ennaku z'omwezi nga 5 March. So wali eri mu Bahrain oba Shakil Grand Prix tujja kuba tugiraba ng'ekola ki etandika. So moving on from Formula 1, what we have in WRC, omusajja oli ayitibwa Craig Breen, and of course sponsored by Hyundai. Remember, he's a Hyundai driver. Agenda kuba participating mu Portuguese National Rally Championship. Naye nalabyeko ddawo omusajja ono Itinerary ng'atandise okwemulugunya agamba nti now you see some of the drivers that we are going to compete with already they are having an advantage. They are going to be participating in the nationals again with the Rally 1 Cup. So I don't know how that will go, but of course a Rally 1 Cup can't be scoring on the nationals. Ekyo kitegeeza kigenda kuba kiwa seat time omusajja oli ayitibwa Craig Breen wa team Hyundai ajja kuba nga atakola ki yongera okufuna seat time. But of course we know omusajja abadde ne problems we yajja wali ku team ya Ford, though he had some good performance 1 year back ng'era ava okusala mu team ya Hyundai. So this year agenda kuba participating mu Portuguese National Rally Championship with the Hyundai i20 R1. So tujja kuba mutukola ki mutumulaba nga participating. What else do we have here? Still in WRC. Yeah, I think it was there's updates zembaddewo nazo okutwaliza wamu for today. Yeah, kati mpozi just okomawo komuki okomawo ko mu kabokisi waneno nsogenda be ekibuuzo kyo kyobuuza eno show wano ku YouTube tujja kubanga tugimala mangu tujja kubanga onye Jimmy Lokosa. Okay, Mugambi Robs, is it true mukula mubadde mu manyi okay okay, yes, all I can tell you, this is it. Mukula, we might not see him in the Mbarara Rally, and there's a possibility not to see Mark Lubega in Mbarara Rally. Entries have not yet closed. So Jimmy Lokosa aina kyabuzaana, is it Mukula flipped the car? Is it true? The reason as to why he's not driving Mbarara Rally. Kyenyinza okugamba emmotoka ya Mukula N14 eyina ekizibu, and of course that car cannot come from Mbarara Rally. Now this is where Mukula needed you. Bulijjo bane mbadde nekibagamba. Remember this car, emmotoka eno teyali yiwe, emmotoka ya taata. So Mukula abadde anoonya kayumba, he was looking for the housing of his N12. Zeus esobola okuba ng'ekola ki ekomawo. Wenjogerera akayumba ka N12, akayumba ka Zeus kabadde tekanabafunika, and of course ennaku ziweddeyo. So that means George Mike Mukula, okay, nakitegeddeko nti babadde mu process y'okuba nga bafuna akayumba. So I don't know, maybe by Thursday next weekend, Thursday emmotoka eneeba ekoze eki ewedde, but ky'omumanya N14 teriiwo. So all the hopes are in the N12. I'm not so sure if by Thursday the entry of emotoka ejja kubeera ready okukola ki okubanga eracinga. So that means with the Mukula we also have 50% chances to see him in Mbarara Rally. Okitegedde Kafeera Abdul Wahab agambye akayumba tumwazika akaponzi. Okay, that is it. So that is it. But for Mark Lubega, still Mark Lubega also, Mark Lubega, I think was alinako 30% okubanga tumulaba mu Mbarara Rally. Kuba emotoka gyatayagalira ddala kuddamu kuvuga ye emotoka eyitibwa Subaru N10. But of course we could still see Mark Lubega coming. So katulinde, the entry will be closing by Monday, I guess. So by Monday we are going to have the full entry list for Mbarara Rally. So we wait to see if Mukula is going to appear on the entry list and Mark Lubega kuba driver ababiri abasigaddeyo zibenanditaze. If Yasinasa is not going to Ivory Coast, then surely I would love to see these two young lads nga bazze mu Mbarara. Ate kati mutuba twagala ki ekirala nzaawo ngamba bonna baba baweddeyo, you know. Okay, Nakib Zogambi Robs Mbarara ya next weekend. This weekend we have Machakos Rally in Kenya, where we are going to be following, of course, Yasin Nasa, Travaginda Polata. But of course, remember Equator Rally Kenya, Machakos Rally has now 3 R5s. Akifu Viran is back, I told you, in the Skoda Fabia R5. Emotoka yali yamanville Barayani, erije yasooka ovuga mu 2017. So Musajja yagina itibwa Akifu Viran, agenda kuba avuga rally ne ya Machakos. And of course, Karani Patel in the Ford Fiesta R5, and our very own Yasin Nasa in the MK2. So, tujja kuba tulaba ani akubani. But indeed, of course, osuubira okuba nti omusajja yayitibwa Karani Patel has another hand to win that rally. Never to have Machakos. Kati tulinde by Tuesday is Yasin Nasa going to Ivory Coast over ekyo kigani, and of course we'll be seeing him in Mbarara Rally. Tulabe ate ani Mbarara Mubiru Dankani ekikere ekya Proto, Ronald Sembuzi ekikere ekya Proto, of course versus the new dawn ejomuyita NEMO omuzimu the ghost emugisa amanya mangi nnyo fetulinze waneeno Mbarara in case he doesn't go to Ivory Coast. Kimireko sogambye Mukula yasobola Yasini agambe Kimireko sagambe Mukula yasobola Yasini's R5 Bamero nobuuza Sebunya yakoma wa Sebo. I think Sebunya is very busy, but Taka is in Uganda. Emotoka mwena mwajiraba emotoka asobola okubanga etuuka Uganda, emotoka weeri Masaka, Taka is in Masaka, but looks like Basi Sebunya is so busy for the calendar. So simanyi, but of course we will be seeing him, of course, participating in a few events. I'm very sure this year, but do not think about him being a regular starter. Kafeero Gambia, this is Sebunya motoka yagireta achanyonyaza passport. Wahab. Okay. Okay. Moha. Okay. Yes. Ankulabye koliawo. You here. Okay. Kanvireyo ddala waggulu eno side ku comments zaffe. Okay. Nga bulijjo tusazeeko. Okay. I know you. Facebook is my Facebook is my Facebook smiling. Okay. Sikalabyako bulungi. Okay, Sarah Nakalima ubadde wano Beyond Jimmy oba big up road. Okay, Kevin Lwebuga ogambye we are live bro. Luimale ubeni nkulaye. Okay, ogambye zimaliriza mukulu. Okay, ane plaga woli big up kulikayo. Kikirere ekifaananyi. Really? Okay, no, actually, mbadde sina light today. Mbadde sina light. Yeah, I've really had no light today. That's why it's fun and little. Tekirabise bulungi nnyo. Yeah. Okay. Maru ogambe we are here bro. Innocent Ochuna ogambe big up. Kafeero okay. Kati bino byatandise ddi ebiruwa twazze ku YouTube mugambe ogambye I saw a Mint Motorsport Datsun being sold by KG. Kituufu. So kituufu ekyo nnyonnyo. You mean last week your mail and Motorsport was here? Nedda teyali wano. Of course yali ku Facebook but nabagamba kujjako nga tewaliko tewawuliriza. But nabagamba we are moving to YouTube now. I told you guys. So okay. Uganda akayumba bamuwaka Ponsi. Okay. Nakibzera mukula asobola okukola ebyalugomoka. Shenda bin Rashid. Okay, no Zagambi naye kafeero Sajjon. Okay, Dimino Kosalongama mukula yasobola zi R5. Yeah, those are the what are the comments I've had today. Okay, Salvador who's a beer makeup. Okay, so next Friday, actually next Friday, I'm not so sure where we are going to have Mail and Motorsport. Yes, actually, yeah, tujakuba Mbarara still. So I'll be coming back to Kampala at least. Nainga. But the scene light in channels, but I had to do this show. Yeah, I've had no light. So sorry about the picture, but you can tell you that next Friday. Okay. So guys, those are the updates. Thank you so much for watching. So travel safe. Okay, thank you so much for watching with us. You mean Ponsi is to miss out of this year? Ponsi are not like a that is it. Only when he's appeal, Ngabachikiriza, no solo kubanga Tibamuta, or Sanga Nasulo Kuja, Nasulo Kubanga Komao. Hey, Senganda Lee, Sengaba Dadidia. Ntuko genda kituufu otusengenda. So update season now ozisubirwa. I think ogenda kuddayo okalabe sikawanvu nnyo. I'm sure you do not want to miss that vital information in this today's live. Nenga, thank you so much. Lydia Dayo olabika kundi kano tulabate bikinabira. Nenga, thank you so much. Yes, sawa zizi notana. I think yes, we done it for 1 hour for today. So as YouTube zijakubiranga very brief. Remember always to tune in with Nabiranga Kampala to be recording FM 97.7. Nenga, thank you so much. Remember our sponsors, Razaka General Stores. Buy that food from Razaka General Stores. Spare parts, Queen Auto Parts. Think about her. Wagira Hapa Sport. Kuba buli wenzi jeno mus live ojja kumanya bajja kumpayo kale ku mafuta bajja kutukulira data something like that. Mubimanyi mwina balali. You know how you spend when you come into rally. So sina banya na kintu ekyo kati muwagira abantu wagira naffe. Abasajja nga Razak General Stores, Queen Auto Parts, Dana Tent Village Limited. Naye nga I'm here to remind you Mbarara City Rally Vibe. Ekifo kiriaki Ojimbala nonya ekifo Daisy Motel wali ku Kampala Road. That's where the party is. Waliwo muchomo gw'embuzi lidde ku mbuzi baba. Leero nze nsoose ogisampolinga leero we imagine today. But of course next week nakuzo mwezi 10 gwegenda oli omuchomo ate oba oli wafani wa KRT nojjira mu shate ya KRT bw'omuchomo gwogenda okulya ojja kulya kumpi embuzi namba. So mujje wali eri ku Daisy Motel tuchikube. Come and we have fun for 2 days, 2 non-stop days. Nga tukuba party. Tugenda kuba party, tugenda kulya embuzi. Ekyo kyo nkikubulira. Kabiyo jaka kula ku sente zo naye embuzi. So it's only one place. Daisy Motel, Kampala Road. Muje tuchikube. Nze ate mulowooza sibasiibudde. Robs Sebuguzi mwali Mbarara mwali nnyo. Lydia Sebuguzi mwali nnyo. So next Friday you should not miss ojobudde bukyaliko ne tuchikuba. Eno show gambe ejja kutambulanga for only 1 hour. Kyolaje tukigali tukubira mwebale nnyo. If you've not subscribed, please subscribe. Yasinna sawa bagenda mu Ivory Coast. Rob Styles is going to Ivory Coast. Ekyo nakibasuubiza. Only nga yasinna sa apulinze out oba kiri kyenkunyonyodde nga kigali nga tafunye clearance. If he doesn't get the clearance, kitegeeza sinnasa nange nsigala wano e Kampala. but wanafuna clearance eno Mbarara rally of course nja jikuwa and later nja kuba nino genda Abidjan ya Masukuro kueleze African Rally Championship round 1 if Sekozi and I mean if Kasinta Sakozi ndoza bebe byange nchigadde. It's a good night for me until next Friday. Don't forget, it's only one place. There is Motero. We get to go party. Good night. Ciao, ciao.